Hello,
Okay.
everyone.
And we're going to start the live stream.
Nice t-shirt, Jody.
All right. Well, welcome. Welcome, everybody. And thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out of your busy schedule to be part of the AMAs. The A Amazing with the A Amazing Robert Hollis. And there we go. I had a lot of echoing in my ear.
Hey,
But
Monty.
anyway, here we go. So thank you so much for joining us. It is Saturday, October 7th. Wow. Year is wrapping up 2023. But good things still to happen because this is just the start of October. So, you got a question for a multimillionaire? He has the answer. That's why we do Ask Me Anything with Robert Hollis. So it's very, very simple for everybody to do, whether you're watching on YouTube or here on Zoom. You can do Ask the Question in the chat. Very simple on either Zoom or YouTube. Or, as Bill Shoemaker will shortly do, if you want to ask Robert a personal question, that is really easy. You just got to raise your hand. And here are the instructions in the chat of Zoom how to raise your hand so that you can ask Robert directly. Now, if you're watching on Zoom on YouTube, you got to go to roberthollis.com/AMA, and then you can join us and then ask the question personally of Robert. But it's very simple. Put your cursor on the middle of the screen where you see my picture right now. On the bottom of this screen right here on Zoom, there is a button that says reaction. Click on the reaction button and then click on raise hand, and we will call on you to ask your question directly of Robert Hollis. We got to thank our YouTube subscribers before we get started because without you, we can't be doing this. And we've got 6,170 subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you, so much. And yes, Robert, there you go. You're sharing your screen with the fireworks. So we got you there. And also, Robert, I loved your quote from earlier today, and it's so worth a share because this is about each and every one of you watching. There's nothing wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is your ego telling you there's something wrong with you. And what
Amen.
does ego mean? Edging God out. So, with that being said, we've got an AMA to get to with the amazing Robert Hollis. So let's get going, ladies and gentlemen, to start us off with the AMAs on this Saturday. Robert Hollis!
Greg, thank you so much. The hostess with the mostest again. And I'm really excited to be able to do this AMA. Guess what? I think it's number 53 or 54. So over a year of AMAs. We went over 1,000. I don't know how many, but we have over 1,000 videos. And it was sort of interesting. I'd like to share something quick with you guys. When I met my mentor, he had told me about a couple of things, and one is he had not only sort of a breakdown of his presentation, but he also had what he called fast start, and then he also had one that was actually called explosive growth. And one of the things that I think about is, if you just tackle things, how you eat an elephant one bite at a time, to think that it's October, but it was January last year in 22 when I made a commitment to do a video a day. I was just going to do a video a day. And when you realize that we're coming up on 3 months of me doing a video a day for 2 years, but then we added AMA in that, that's been over a year. And now we have Inner Circle. I have no idea how many episodes of the Inner Circle we have. And then, Craig and Matthew and I did the podcast. And I don't know if it's like at 16 or 17. So
19.
19. So, each and every one of you, I shared with you guys a little bit of an update about, that I wanted to prove to myself, but also to other people, that I decided to get on a rowing machine. And I started out doing 30 seconds. It didn't work. it didn't work. I did a minute. You know what I mean? So my goal was only to do 30 seconds more a day. That's it. And the way I do that 30 seconds is everything that I have. I mean, regardless of where my mindset is or whatever, just give it all I have. And so today I did 12 minutes. And so since I decided to make this start, it's mind-boggling to me that every day I'm breaking a record of how much I exercise. Here's where I tell people common sense should kick in. You know, we say that you should have common sense. Nowadays, it should be called uncommon sense because it seems like very few people have it. Is there any doubt in any of your minds where I'm going to be a year from now? And so if I'm consistently trying to do better in my meditation and my mindset, and I'm trying to do better each and every day with my health, I'm trying to do better each and every day with helping more people and impacting more people with the ideas and concepts of not only being the best person they can be, but also, you know, how to be able to help others. And by helping others get what they want in life, you get what you want in life. And it's like, so, you know, I always am thinking back down to, you know, how many people ranked advance in my group this month? You know, how many people got a payday? So when we know the big payday happened last Thursday, it's always amazing to me that I'm going like, wow, you know, there's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are getting really incredibly big checks every first Thursday of every month. And so why would you want to stop doing that? And so, you know, I just wanted to share with each and every one of you is when my mentor shared me his videos, I wore them out. I wore the VH tapes out. I transcribed them and I just kept getting better and better. And me transcribing is pretty hilarious, you know, because I'm dyslexic. But I wanted to know this stuff. I wanted to know everything about it. And so then as I got older and got exposed to personal development, then I devoured everything that Zig Ziglar has. I devoured everything that Bob Proctor has. So it's funny when people say, have you heard of Bob Proctor? And I said, yeah, 36 years ago. You know, Abraham Hicks and Jim Rowan. You know what I mean? It's just all of these people that each and every day I consistently keep putting that in. And again, it's just that concept again, where just getting 1% better each and every day. And so, you know, that's the thing that I want to share with you guys. And I had this sort of thought that sort of is mind-boggling to me, is I'm thinking like, you know, in the present time and in the future, someone's seeking for a mentor and they run across my YouTube channel and see that I have over 1,000 videos. And each and every day I'm trying to challenge myself of what kind of subject haven't I covered? And to think in a blink of an eye, we now have over a year of AMAs. There is absolutely zero chance that someone would go through all of my AMAs that we've done, and Craig, and of course, all the people that have participated, and Matt. How can you go through a year of Ask Me Anythings and not get the answer to every damn question that you have? And this brought me to a thought. It's like we're in a world today with AI and YouTube where everything you need to know is at the tip of your fingers. And you make the decision every day to feel hopeless, uninspired, unmotivated. And then my new statement is you got to stop bullying. Stop being a frickin' bully to yourself. So, you know, it was amazing. Jim Williamson, you know, sent me a video, and it's like I heard this years ago when Dr. Amen came on the scene. And, you know, this whole thing that we talk about, well, you know, I am a concrete sequential thinker. You know, I'm a Pisces. This is my personality trait. You guys realize in this day and age, that's 1000% just bullshit. That you have the ability to change every single spot that you have on you. And the thing that I think that people don't want to understand, that I wish they understand, is there's something in the psyche of a human being that believes that they need to master skills. And there's this missing link they're looking for. You know, there's a secret that everyone has. And what it really truly is it still goes back to all the ancient history of what we've learned that's been out there for thousands of years. That you can take an uneducated person that doesn't know how to read and write, and they can say, if you believe you can, you can. And if you believe you can't, you can't. Because that's where that phrase comes from. If you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do? If you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do? So it's really, you know, I used to say percentages that you know, 80%, 90%, there's a bunch of people. And it's funny that the older I get, the more I know I don't know. I just don't know what the percentage is. You know, how many people have heard of this phrase that we only use 10% of our brains? You know, who in the hell brought that up? Can they even prove it? You know what I mean? So this whole concept of what percent of your mentality, what percentage of your spirit, what percent of your soul really truly believes that you can help another human being. Not train them, not coach them, love them and encourage them. Listen to them, love them, and encourage them. That's what it's all about. So I'm feeling really good, even though it might sound like I'm bragging a little bit, but I feel really good that if something, for God forbid, happened to me, that I left a pretty good mark on the world. And I'm far from done. I'm so far from done. Every once in a while, to stroke my own ego, you know, I'll go into Google and I'll put my name in, and then I'll click videos. And when I see there's 788,000 videos, because I've always taught people how to steal my videos and post them on their own YouTube channel. And then I take other people, you know, like a Tony Robbins, and put in there and click on how many videos he has, or a Jim Rohn, or a Bob Proctor, or a Les Brown, or a Jay Shetty. And I'm like, dang, you know, to think that there's a bunch of people out there in the world that feel like they can't do better for them and their family, but they just make the mental decision that they're not willing to learn from someone that's already done it. It's like there's this whole mental thing in our mind that just goes, you know, me and Monty really had a nice Zoom and a great conversation. And I was just sharing with Monty is that there's something in the human psyche, And Monty's been, affiliate front level to Terry and I for a long time. And in his mind, he just never felt like he was worthy enough or did enough to deserve my time. So how many people believe that you go, well, I just gotta go to work. I gotta get stuff done before I start reaching out to people. And I just told Monty, listen, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. Here's Monty when I met him, where not only did he complain every day about how awful his job was, but then Monty actually got in a situation where he had heat stroke because he lives in Arizona and he's out in heat longer than he's supposed to be. And all of a sudden, this guy just decides to, listen, in July, I'm done with my job and I'm going to make enough money online to make money. And so I'm proud of Monty. And so now all of a sudden his mind is like, listen, this is not just about me making money. I need to get great at helping other people make money. So I'm proud of you, Monty. I'm really, really, really proud of you. So that's the opening statement. I want to give you guys another notice really quickly. This is only going to last an hour. I'm out of here. We will be done before 2:00. There's little enjoyments that I have in my life, and one of them is mixed martial arts. And I'm really into it. I love watching individuals work their, go out and do what others won't do, and then they get to compete. And some people might not like that, but I love it. And so the prelims start at 2:00. So let's get to some questions here. And again, I just ask each and every one of you, just don't be overwhelmed if you go to the YouTube channel and you see 1,000 videos. You know what I mean? Just say, well, listen, you know what? This is the way I do it. I go to people's YouTube channels that I want to learn from. I click on videos, and then I click on popular videos. And I see the ones that's got the most views, and that's what I do. I start going backwards and watching people's videos. So, Craig, thank you again for being the hostess with the mostest. I love and appreciate you, and let's get the show on the road.
All right, I've got 4 hands raised, and those will be the 4 hands that we do today. How's that?
Good.
Fantabulous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. I do want to say, all right, yes, I'm sorry, I got to do a little promo here. If you're not part of the inner circle and you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the join button below the video. Or if you're part of the Zoom broadcast, go to roberthollis.com/join and become part of the inner circle. We do a lot more in-depth stuff and a little longer too with our breakthrough sessions, as well as some other special events. So just wanted to let everybody know. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, that thumbs up. So let's get going. I see we've got Bill Shoemaker, James Saunders, Jody Falcon, and Anthony Lombardo with their hands raised. We will go in that order. Bill Shoemaker, open up, please, and share with us.
Thank you, Craig Jackman. Love you, brother. Hey, I've got to get me an Apple Watch so I can do all that stuff too. Ooh, that is awesome.
I don't know if it's an Apple Watch. I think it's just an Apple computer with an updated.
I have Apple computer.
Have you updated?
Yeah, it was a big, long update too. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Oh, maybe it's in the settings. I'll have to look at it. Anyway, thank you, brother, for all you do. And I went on your roberthollis.com/free, and I was there before, but I started going through your training again, and it's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, really, it's like from a lot of videos are like from 4 years ago, but it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah, it's that's the always joke that I always have, Bill, that if you wanted to be a marathon runner,
right.
And so you find the person that's got the most wins with marathons, or the person that is the most recent champion, and you say, I want to learn to run marathons, and he goes, okay, great, tell me what to do. Run. See, I really think that human beings are so complex that the simplest things in life elude them. They mentally in their mind make everything overthinking, overcomplicated, that everything's got to fit in this weird thing. And people just don't realize that, hey, you get better by doing.
Right on. I'm getting good at. So I wanted to give a shout out to Mary Belchick too. You know, I had watched her training, and there was something that always I thought about, but it takes a skill, and it's called smiling while you're talking.
Very good.
I learned that you have a vagus nerve which connects your head to your heart. You know what activates that? Smiling, laughing like you do all the time. Head, heart, smile. But when you're approaching somebody and you're smiling, it does something to your body and your soul. But for me, it was a skill because I wasn't doing it. It was hard for me to do, but I really started doing that. So I want to thank you, Mary, for that. That's incredible. And I found another thing that I'm doing, connecting to people. I'm up to about almost 1,900 on my friends now. So I'm doing the friends thing too. But I noticed I did a post on one of the groups that I joined, and I got like 50 likes.
Very cool.
There's a whole bunch of other people that I could connect to too. So that was something.
Yes, thank you for liking my post. You know, I really appreciate it. It made me feel good. I'd like to be more connected with you. Yes, absolutely.
Heart. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Love you, brother.
Love you, brother. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
And Monty, I'm proud of you too, brother. I love Monty. So anyway.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Bill, Monty, Mary. I'll post Mary's interview. If you're wondering what Bill was talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I'll post the link to Mary's interview. It is amazing.
Awesome training.
Very good.
Yes. So thank you again, Bill. Appreciate you. All right, let's move right along. Jody Falcon, who happens to have somebody on her T-shirt there. Are you kidding me? There we go. No, one more time, stand up, because I need to spotlight you so everybody can see it. There it is.
Yeah.
Go for it, Mary. Sorry, there we go.
Thank you, Craig. Oh my God, Robert. Okay, so I have some peeps in Ghana.
Okay.
And they're doing pretty well. One gentleman in particular, this blows my freaking mind. He does not have access to watching videos.
Okay.
YouTube, internet, whatever. Okay. Because he has to pay a fee. Everyone in Ghana, if you want to be able to watch videos, you have to pay a fee. That blows my mind. Okay, so the theoretical example, you know, that you talk about with the 3 circles, is there a graphic of that I can send him? I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
I would probably use the theoretical. I'll send one to you, but I would use the theoretical that Josh does in the last Brand Bucks video. But I will.
But he can't watch any videos. And his first goal.
I will take that graphic and send it to you. I just copied it out of that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. My new favorite T-shirt.
I love it. Thank you, Jerome, for coming up with that. That is so cool.
And thank you, Malik.
Yes, Malik. Are you kidding me?
That's
Jody, make sure you send me a message so I don't forget to send that to you, okay?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Thank you so much, everybody. Love you.
Yeah.
Wow, whoever thought that just something so simple as, are you kidding me? could become so big.
You should see when I wear it outside in public.
Uh-huh.
I mean, people literally stop in their tracks. And
That
I
is
just go
so
like this, and I
bizarre.
go, oh, this is just my friend, my business partner and mentor. He's on YouTube. Check him out.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, and then get back to me. Get back to me, and I'll show you. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Great idea, Robert. Jerome, thank you so much. And Malik, thank you for helping to set this whole thing up. Wow. Robert, do you remember when I think you were saying that little question mark button?
Yeah.
I think maybe this is right along those same lines.
Yeah. Get a are you kidding me button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Now, Robert, I'm going to leave this one up to you. We just
Okay.
got a hand raise from Joshua Daramola.
Okay.
Is that now? That's in addition to the two more that we have left. Should we go ahead and go to Joshua and get him taken care of?
Absolutely, because it's nighttime for him.
All right. So Joshua, I just went ahead and unmuted you. James and Anthony, you guys are coming up. Thank you so much. And Joshua, please share.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. Thank you, Craig. And thanks to everyone that is on the call tonight.
Uh-oh. It looked like it muted. There you go.
Okay, so we are very excited to join you from Nigeria. Robert, thank you so much for everything. So there's something I advise our team to do. I want to be uploading all of them to your Saturday Ask Me Anything. So, and I've been promoting that link so that they can come with you on Saturday, like 8 p.m. Nigeria time.
Joshua,
So,
Joshua, I don't know what's going on with the audio, but it's not only breaking up, but I'm having difficulty understanding what you're saying.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
It's intermittent, Joshua, unfortunately. What, Joshua, if you can, type your question in the
Play now.
chat.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, wait a minute. What just happened? Go ahead and try it one more time, Joshua.
Okay. Can you hear me now, please?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. Great. Okay, so thank you very much. I said every Saturday here is 8 p.m. So this is almost 8:30 p.m. in Nigeria. But I believe in putting a group right in front of you so that they can have the mindset, for them to run throughout the whole week. So many of them has joined here tonight and they have been removed. So I was wondering why they were removed from this meeting.
Okay. We don't know exactly who they are. And if they only come on with one name, then because we had a surprise attack of people. So and unfortunately, I had to put some security measures on Joshua. So that is why. But if we know who they are and they put on last names, then we will more than likely admit them. That's my way of saying that we're trying to protect everybody because we did have an attack which was not really good.
What we could do, Joshua, is next time if you can jump on like maybe a couple minutes early, we'll make you an admin.
Yes.
And then what you can do is the names that you could add.
Okay.
Now, the nice thing is they
Thank you
can
so
watch
much
it
for that.
on YouTube and then ask the questions there. But yeah, we just want to make sure that everybody doesn't see what happened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we had a really bad hack.
Thank you.
And it wasn't very good.
Rose. Yeah, thanks so much for everything. I just wanted to confirm that because they were chatting me up that what happened, why. So thank you for that, Robert Hollis.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I want. Thanks
and
so much.
anytime you want me to do a Zoom for your people, let me know. I'm available for you and your team.
Thank you so much, Robert. God bless you. We appreciate you.
I am so proud of you. Joshua sent me a screenshot of his back office, and he's got 2 digits in front of the number, in front of the comma. So Joshua now is 2 digits in front of the comma. That's
5-figure and
Thank you
growing.
so much, Robert.
yeah. I never
Thank
thought
you.
about
Thanks
that.
every single person on the call.
Yeah, it's fun to be in the comma club, and then it's really fun to be in the 2 comma club. You know what I mean? And you know, eventually
Yeah.
3. So it's pretty cool. Proud of you, Joshua. Over 75,
Thanks so
over
much, Robert.
7,500 people in his group now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
God bless you, sir.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Have a great night, Joshua.
Joshua, thank you, and thank you for your understanding. Appreciate you. And thank you, everybody, for your understanding, too, because we want to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to watch this without major interruptions. James, No Limit Soldier Saunders, I should say. Bring it, baby. Open up and please share with us.
Robert, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, James. Love and appreciate you. How you doing?
I'm doing marvelous. I'm doing marvelous.
Excellent.
Let me say it again. I'm doing marvelous. I don't
I
have a
believe it.
question. I just have some wins. You
Good.
know, it said some wins. My first win is for my lovely spouse, my lovely wife. It's her birthday today. And at the same time, it's her anniversary today. I don't know how that happened.
Sounds like,
it must have been something I did.
yeah, one of them was.
That's number 1 win. Number 2 win. Kai, whenever I see him, it's a definite win because without him, I wouldn't be here. Okay. Third win is Jerome Marshall. He's one of my affiliates. He's an executive affiliate on my team. Fourth win, he sent me a shirt. I got the shirt. And you know, that shirt is off the hook. The 5th and final win. 5th and 6th win. 5th win is Dennis Allen. He's another one of my affiliates. He's watching right now on YouTube. All right. Because I reached out to him and I said, man, you need to be a part of the inner circle. What are you doing? So he says he's going to do it. He's going to go ahead and do that. He's not able to be on with us today because he has some difficulty in getting on. I said, don't worry about it. We'll get you on next time. You just make sure that your hind parts are part of the inner circle. You won't have anything to worry about. The 6th and final thing is the healthcare provider was over the house. Young lady's name is Julia. And I said to Julia, Julia, I need you to do me a huge personal favor. You know, I need you to do me a huge personal favor. Because the video that I'm going to have you watch has my mentor and is responsible for the reason why you're here today. The reason why I'm able to have my healthcare provider watching over me and watching over her is because of this gentleman. Will you watch a video? Will you watch a video? It's a theoretical example that will put you in a place you can still keep your job, but you can put yourself in the comma club if you want to. It's your choice. Yeah, I'll watch it for you, James. I'll watch it. Okay, send it to me. Thank you. Those are my wins. I'm done. I appreciate you, Robert. I appreciate everybody that I mentioned. Man, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I love you, man. I love and appreciate you. I love your spirit. I love your soul. You're an amazing person. Thank you so much.
And everybody, let's go ahead and just give a nice big round of applause to James, not just for his anniversary, but for his wife's birthday.
Yay. Tell her we all said hi and happy birthday.
Bless you, Marie.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, James. Appreciate you. Okay, so next up is Anthony Lombardo. There you go, Anthony. Go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Thank you, Craig. First off, I have a few things, but I wanted to say, Jerome, everybody that is celebrating wins, James, well done. Well done indeed. And I did have a Jody moment in a place that you would never have imagined, as far as like having a t-shirt and somebody being so intrigued by it. Now, I don't have a Robert Hollis t-shirt, at least not yet. But Robert, you would actually appreciate this. My wife and I went to a gyno appointment for my wife because everybody that doesn't know already, we're expecting our first child next month.
Yeah.
And I was wearing, thank you, Robert. And I was wearing a t-shirt that says, behind every great driver, there is a great wife that lets him buy car parts. And it's a picture of a race car. And our doctor, I forgot what her name was, but you can tell that she's not from here. She's from someplace in Europe. And she was very intrigued by the t-shirt because she went over her favorite Italian driver. She knows about drag racing. So I thought that was like really pretty cool that we started the appointment just talking about my t-shirt. So
Very
t-shirts
cool.
sell,
great openers. They're really great openers. They for sure.
Definitely. So you can grab anybody's attention with t-shirts. And secondly, we went on a hospital tour earlier today. And make a long story short, they bring us into a delivery room where people have babies, and what they actually do is they have a diffuser on the counter. So they said that they actually get essential oils for people after they give birth to kind of like calm them. They use lavender, so automatically my light bulb goes off in my head, and my wife is kicking me because she knows what I'm thinking. When,
oh my God, here he goes.
Yeah, here I goes. But I bit my tongue. I didn't say it then, but I'm going to follow up with the hospital to see if I can get mantra essential oils in there. And but the question that I actually had is, how do you handle an objection of people who are hesitant to switch over from shopping on, let's say, like Amazon, where they have everyday products, and now that we have the MDC marketplace where people can pretty much buy the same products, how do we like tip people over to switch where they shop if they're hesitant or not willing to?
Believe it or not, the way I've always done it is again, always understand, Anthony, that people have this thing in their mind, and it's what's in it for me. Man, if you can always be looking at somebody and see that they have those letters stamped on their forehead, and then your job is to take the radio and tune in to their frequency, right? And that usually happens always by asking questions, right? So the way that I've always been able to get people to leave their buying, the way that they buy, their buying habits, is what's in it for them. And it's really only twofold. Is the okay, so now I know how to do the balloons, right? The twofold, right? The peace sign is one of them. Is there's a large group of people that love helping other people. They just love it. And so by asking somebody to do you a huge personal favor is now you understand why I can resonate with that group of people, right? And the people that are not that type, Anthony, they're very bold. You know what I mean? So if I reached out to somebody and said, hey, I was wondering if you'd do me a huge favor, they're bold to the point of going, I'd never do that. It's crazy how fast. I'm not interested in helping anybody. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody. It's like they are just so fast to respond. Well, now I know I'm on the wrong frequency, right? So let's
Right.
talk about the first one. The first one is me saying, listen, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. If you were focused on the product, which I don't, I would very simply say, one of my mentors is known as Jeff Roberti. He's the $110 million man. So he finds one question that, and again, he doesn't do it direct, but he would say something like this to you, Anthony. He would say, Anthony, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Do you know of anybody that's not getting enough fruits and vegetables in their diet every day? It's hilarious, and well, I don't think anybody does. Well, I was wondering if you could do me and my wife a huge favor. I'd like you to try a product out with a money back guarantee. And I know the product will do well for you. And not only is it going to better the health for you and your family, but it's also going to help me and my family out. Oh, if it's going to help you and your family out, I'll definitely try it. So when they say, okay, I'll try it, then Jeff Roberti says, well, do you want that at retail or wholesale? And they go, okay, I would rather get it at wholesale. Well, great. You can become an affiliate for free. And when you do, you get it at the deepest discount. If you're interested in some of the other products, you actually could get a deeper discount by actually going with brand bucks. It's like an Amazon gift card. So you get up to 25% off. So just become a free affiliate, then get brand bucks. And then from there, you can try products that have a money back guarantee. Now, I did product, but my way of doing it is I would say to people, listen, I was hoping you could do me a huge favor. My wife and I, this is what we do to generate money. We support over 2,500 orphans. And what you can do is become an affiliate of free, just like you can at Amazon, to get discounts on over 1,000 products that we have. And by you switching your buying power from Walmart, Target, or Costco or Amazon, that not only helps Terry and I support these orphans. Right? So I covered the business side and the product side for the people that care. Now, how do you do it for the people that don't care? So when I say, would you do me a huge personal favor? And they go, no, I'm not interested. And I said, well, listen, I'm looking for people right now that want to make 7 figures a year. What do you mean? Well, I've already helped 3 people, make over $1 million in commissions with this company I've been with for 5.5 years. Do you know anyone that would like that, make that kind of money? What is it? See, they're very direct. You know what I mean? They're very direct. What is it? Well, let me send you a video of my business partner and friend. He logs right into his back office. So he's not only going to, his online banking. So not only is he going to show you the withdrawals and the deposits that he has, but he's also going to instruct you how to be a free affiliate. And once you do that, I can introduce you to him. So you feel comfortable, referring us to other people that want to make that kind of money. Now, normally, money-wise, people only can dream about making double their income. So you got to trust your instincts a little bit, Anthony, with who you're talking to. And that's when you would say, well, I'm looking for people that want to make 6 figures a year. Or I'm looking for people that want to make mid 6 figures.
Right.
By looking at them and doing your best to try to tune into their radio station to get them to take the first steps.
And that's how I kind of see, like, okay, what job are they doing now, and kind of get like an idea of what that person could be making yearly. Because for me, as an accountant, I'm at 6 figures now, which is not bad, but it's like, you have the stress levels there, the long hours are there. But I'm sure there's other people that want to still make that type of money, but get rid of all the stress levels and stuff like that. Because when I talk about brand bucks and shopping, at MDC. It's like I also try to lead on that, you don't get rewarded for shopping at, let's say, Amazon or another e-commerce site, but you get rewarded by shopping with us. And sometimes that does grab their attention, and sometimes it doesn't. But I do have to remember to, grab their attention, like how you said, I'm helping people make X amount of figures a month. Do you know anybody? And see what responses I get from there. Sometimes you'd be surprised, Robert. Sometimes, people are not even interested in receiving a free gift.
That's why it's called sorting.
Yeah.
I'll give you a neat example. My background in racing. You know what I mean? Working for Roger Penske. I mean, I've worked for the best top fuel and funny car racers in the world. And then I went to Indy cars, and then I went to NASCAR. So it was like, I was all over. In fact, a lot of my engineering had to do at the beginning with Roger Mears' off-road truck, the Baja. And one of my favorite videos of that is 2 years into building a Toyota off-road truck. They had the Bahama 500, that goes through Mexico. And so it showed this helicopter, and there was a classic Chevy, had classic Ford, classic Chrysler, Dodge Ram, and they're going across, and you could just hear the horsepower. They were running 600-700 horsepower. And then all of a sudden, they're watching these all three of these trucks just going like this, and then the helicopter goes, "What is that? Is that Roger Mears?" And they pulled the helicopter back, and he was 8 miles ahead of them. And they clocked his speed at over 258 miles an hour going across it. And he was running a 4-cylinder. Every one of them were running an 8-cylinder. And he's just like, flying. And the guy on the announcement said, why are you zooming out to watch Roger Mears in the front truck? And he goes, the helicopter can only do 250 miles an hour. When he started getting across the flat and started doing 258, we can't catch him until he gets to the rougher part of the class. So now I'm watching second, third, and fourth. So the only reason I bring that up is this is where I seen a really diversity in people, because my son Matthew and a lot of people that I know personally could give a rip about automobiles. They just don't care. So if you were going to raise money for a driver, or you're going to raise money for sponsorship and stuff, how fast would you sort? You would reach out to people and say, hey, do you pay any attention to motorsports? Nah, I think that's stupid. They get in a car and drive, straight, and then there's supposed to be a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, do you see how difficult it is to tune into their station?
Mm-hmm. So I shouldn't even waste time to kind of stay
totally
with them. Find somebody else. Just
totally. But when we get involved in network marketing or MDC, we really truly believe that everybody needs to get in. Why do so many people are not interested? Well, if you did something else that you love, they're not interested either. So if you came to me and said, Robert, I got 2 tickets to a play. I'll fly you out. We'll go to this play. I'm not interested. How about an orchestra? Nope. See, it's like, so you lead with that, right? I remember one time that I was in Utah, and I was meeting with a guy that wanted me to work for his company. And this guy was worth billions of dollars. And he said to me, do you like basketball? I said, yeah. And he says, well, here's my address. Stop by my house. And he says, if you open up the mailbox, there's some tickets in for the Utah Jazz game that's happening tonight. And he said, first come, first serve. So I just call people and tell them, listen, I'm not going, you go there. When I got the tickets, they not only were right behind the bench of the Utah Jazz, but he was smart. He had this deal where you sat behind there, or you could go into his box suite, or the people that were sitting there, he always said that you should switch with the people that were directly under the bucket. So he had like 4 seats under the bucket and then 4 seats behind the players, and then you could go up in the box. I've never been to a professional basketball game, and it was a finals game. Anthony,
wow.
I had no idea that the finals are even going on. And so I went there and I was under the basket and I was going, boy, this is a freaking contact sport. You know, I was like watching it and these guys are like elbowing and pushing each other and kneeing each other. And I'm just like going, oh my God. So just like racing to you and I, if we could ever get somebody into the physical experience of it, oh, wait a minute. That's piquing of interest. Did you catch that? It's like, if you told people, listen, if you ever seen it from my point of view, I think that your mind would change a little different. Well, how do I see it from your point of view, Anthony? Well, what are you doing Saturday? I don't know. Can I invite you? Can you come out to the track? I'll show you everything there. No. It's like, why is it when we're interested in something and love something, if someone doesn't get it, we don't care? Instantaneously. Hey, do you like basketball? No.
Right.
I just was asking. I have learned to say, awesome. Do you know of anyone that likes basketball? Do you know anyone that likes motorsport racing? You know what I mean? I'm always following up. How many times do you think that I get a person that says that they're not interested, that they do know someone that's interested? Very rarely.
Leveraging people that they know. Yep.
Very rarely. But I'm still going to ask. It's just who I am, the unconscious competent of consistently asking people to do me a huge personal favor. So it's just a consistency of doing that. And because it's it really truly is finding the people that are pondering the whole thing of The Greatest Secret in the World by help me out, Craig.
Ogmandino.
No,
Earl Nightingale.
Earl Nightingale. You can, people say if you listen to that for 30 days, you'll change. And the reason that you will is if you just understood that what creates in your life is what you think about the most. And a majority of the people on the planet are always thinking and worrying about what they don't want in their life. They just don't know that they got to take that little switch in their head. And when I was being a mechanic and I was building race cars, how much of my mentality was getting the car ready, doing something to the car, making sure that everything was right when we went to the track? Do you think that I ever invited people, hey, you want to go volunteer and help me at the track? Oh my God. I probably said that to tens of thousands of people. Like, no, I'm not interested in going to a drag race. All right. Like, and then this is funny when we get involved in this industry, or we have a product that truly is a no-brainer. Are you freaking kidding me? It's like, this is a no-brainer. Like, no thanks. Not interested. And I'll tell you where I've noticed this most is me getting Terry the new Plaid, the new S Plaid. That is the scariest flipping car that I've ever driven. And I've driven some crazy cars. And it will go from where it scared me the most is going 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds is crazy. Doing the quarter mile and 9.1 at 152. But the one thing that a lot of critics beat Elon Musk up with is he says, okay, so you figured out the 0 to 60 and no one can touch you. And he goes, so then you figured out the quarter mile and no one can touch you. But he's saying the car doesn't continue to generate power through a whole run. And he's going, all right, I'll dial that in. And so imagine sitting in a car, Anthony, and you're doing 87 miles an hour. And you jump on it, and it goes from 87 to 135 in 2 seconds. It is the spookiest car I have ever been in. And so now that I'm sharing that with people, and I'm going, yeah, here's all the stats of this car. And their response is, yeah, but I like hearing the motor. Here's your sign.
Right.
So it's not about how quick you can make it in a quarter mile or being the fastest car or Elon Musk putting it in a wind tunnel. It is the sleekest car ever made. There's not another car on the planet that slides through the air better than a Model S.
So it depends on how people want to make it to the quarter mile in their own way.
And so me growing up with automobiles that have gasoline motors, it's like, it's weird now because I can get in a really fast car and it sounds like it's going fast and it's not. So I know some guys around here that got some pretty cool street cars and they're like, you know, they're fast cars, man. They're 1090 cars. You know what I mean? 10.9 seconds in the quarter miles, kicking ass.
That's
And when
shocking because this car can only do 1250 in a quarter of a mile, and it's a 424 horsepower. But yeah, that's making some serious power at 1090.
And so when they see a car that doesn't make any noise, it just makes that little mental thing that really made me understand Anthony, that my son was telling me that he was hearing Joe Rogan recently on his last interview with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk, like we're trying to do, you try to find people that are interested. What do you got to say or do to get someone to go, huh? You know, just a little bit of interest, you know, and then you're going to share from your perspective why you feel it's interesting. So he got Joe Rogan interested in getting a Tesla. He said, I'll make sure to get you a Tesla. And at that time, it was an S, but it was a ludicrous. So it's only 2 motors. So, you know, it's only 800 horsepower, not 1,000 horsepower, right? And so if you ever hear Joe Rogan go off on the car, he just goes off on it all the time. So now he's sitting with Elon Musk and he says, hey, we got the Plaid out. And I don't know if you guys know this, it's just a joke, but in the movie Spaceballs, he was telling they were going to go after a ship. And he said, hey, listen, put it in ludicrous mode. And it's like a spoof on Star Wars, right? So they're in ludicrous mode and they're going to this place. And then all of a sudden this ship disappears. And a thing that shows up on the screen looks like a plaid pair of jeans. And it went poof and it was gone. And the guy goes, where'd it go? And he said they went into plaid mode. And so to think that Elon Musk names his cars after lines in movies is also funny and ridiculous. So in the back of this car, there's a little plate that has that plaid look. And so people go, why did he name the car Plaid? I don't know, you know, because of this funny movie, right? Wanted to go, what's faster than ludicrous mode? Plaid mode. But going back to the story with Joe Rogan, he goes, listen, do you know we got the new Plaid? And Joe Rogan goes, no, thanks. No, thanks. He says, at least twice a week, I forget the car that I'm in and I jump on it to go into traffic. And it's like, there. And he goes, I don't need another 300 horsepower. He goes, no, thank you. So, but talking to people about this car, Anthony, is make me understand that if you're just talking about a different subject and people go, well, I heard that, they start on fire. I heard that it costs, a lot of money, so the guy across the street that I know really well, and he's going, so what does it cost for a full charge on that? And I said, supercharger, I said full charge, like $12. He goes, what did it cost you to go from Salt Lake City to Montana? And I said, I think it was $68. He's going, there's no way that it would cost me $68 for fuel to drive to Salt Lake. And I said, I know. And he's going like, so see, slowly he's going, okay, if the speed excited me, maybe I don't have to hear the noise. My joke with everyone is, why don't you record your car and put on headphones? You know what I mean? If that's that big of a deal to you. I mean, I think it's a friend of mine that was one of my top money earners when I got him involved in a company called Gano Excel. He goes, I don't know if I can do this because I don't like drinking hot drinks. And I just said to him, listen, Fred, you're going to crack up, but sometimes I get a cup of coffee and I forget about it. And when I come back, it's cold. And he goes, well, I feel stupid. So but it's people that constantly are just in their mind throwing up objections and thoughts of why they shouldn't look at something, why they're not interested. And so again, I stand in front of a room, Anthony, and say, how many people would like me to give you this? And that's why I lead with that interest. It's like, so wow, I can't believe it's 2:00 already.
Yep. Thank you, Robert. I
Thank
appreciate
you, Anthony.
that.
I always appreciate your input. Yeah, I really, really appreciate you.
All right. Well, it's that top of the hour, so we thank everybody who is participating in today's Ask Me Anything. Got to give it out to Monty Sandlin, Bill Shoemaker, James Saunders, Jody Falcon, Anthony Lombardo. Props to Matt Hollis. Matthew, thank you so much for being our executive producer and for being our foundation with this. Robert, bless you, and thank you for taking so much of your time. There's the fireworks. They're going off now. He's ready to go to his Saturday afternoon event. And we thank you for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule to be part of this. For those of you who want to save the chats, go ahead. Just click on the Save Chat button. It's very simple if you're watching us on Zoom. In the chat, there are 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots, then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer as soon as we are done. For those of you that are watching on Zoom, all of the information that I shared in that chat is there on the Zoom and will also be in the description following the video once everything kind of renders and gets all together. So we thank you so very much for your time. You are most valuable to all of us. There you go, Bill. His hearts just showed up. 1, 2, 3. There it is. So thank you guys so much for taking time. We love you. We appreciate you. For those of you that are here, we're going to go ahead and unmute so we can all say so long. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be cash, and bye-bye.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, James, Craig,
Love you,
Mary,
love
Mike.
you.
Bye.
All right.
Hi, Randy.
Thank you so much,
Hi,
Robert.
Randy. Thank you, Lonnie.
Thank you.
Coach Curtis, man, nice to see you on here. Mary, Melody, Daniel. Hi,
Okay.
Erlene. Hi, Erlene. Hi, Dee Dee.
Dennis.
I'm
All
just
right.
having way too much fun
Dennis.
now.
How do I get the hearts to show?
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Dad.